Hello, Mrs. Jennings. And how are you and little Josie today?
Doctor, I'm really worried about her.
Oh, why's that?
It looks like her tonsillitis has really flared up this time.
Well, we better take a look then. Come on. Just like to pop up there for me, Josie. And open wide. Well, I'm afraid it looks pretty bad, Mrs. Jennings. Now tell me, how much did you want to spend on her?
How much do we want to spend? Doctor, we haven't even thought of cost. She's our daughter.
How are we today, Eric?
Oh, I don't know, Doc. The last 4 or 5 days I've just been feeling a bit off colour.
Well, we'll fix that.
What's the matter? Doc, what are you doing?
I was just calling the hospital. I'll book the operating theatre for 6 in the morning. How does that sound?
The hospital, the operating theatre. Doc, I think I've just got a bit of constipation.
Constipation. Have you been having any headaches at all, Derek?
No?
So what do you think of our doctor? I am sure most people would feel he was unprofessional and uncaring. Do you agree? We'd like you to think about why. Why do you think he came over as uncaring and unprofessional?
Constipation.
We feel it's because he failed to ask sufficient questions to find out the real need. In hindsight, it was a pretty silly mistake for the doctor to make, but why are we showing you? Well, it's also a silly mistake on the sales floor, and it's one that is committed every day by far too many salespeople on this planet. One of the simplest, yet most important skills of selling is your ability to ask questions. Whilst asking questions, you should be trying to ascertain what the customer wants, why they want it, how they're going to use it, and when they are likely to be making a decision. In other words, identifying the customer's needs or problems so you are best equipped to solve those problems. Carefully worded questions and listening actively to the answers can supply you with all the information you need to tailor your presentation and/or demonstration to suit the customer's needs. The last thing you want to do is make the sale seem like an interrogation, so keep your questions light and relevant. Listen actively to their answers and watch carefully for any body language that could provide you with handy information about what they are feeling and thinking. Happy selling! It amuses me to see your company spending hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars every year to get us into their stores when we were there in the first place. And all they had to do to keep us there was give us a little service. It is very easy to become complacent about customers coming to you. There is one person in your organisation that everyone must go out of their way to please. Without those people, there will be no need for the store. People seem to treat you the way you treat them. What qualities would you consider when promoting people within the organisation? As far as they are concerned, you are the organisation. They'll decide whether they will remain with your company or go elsewhere. It is an indisputable fact that the customer is the most important person in your business. Because without the customer, there is simply no need for the business, no need for you. the payoff.
Are you aware of the $943,000 fine that an organisation can receive for a bullying-related offence? Are your staff aware of the $189,000 fine they can receive individually if found guilty of bullying? How prevalent is bullying in your workplace? Would you recognise the signs? Would you recognise a bully or a victim? Everyone has the right to work in an environment free from bullying, harassment, discrimination and violence. Bullying can impact on your organisation economically as well as socially. Co-written by one of the leading Australian workplace psychologists, these DVDs will dramatically explain to your staff how bullies usually like to operate, what is and what isn't bullying, how it impacts on the workplace as well as the victims and witnesses, effective coping skills, and suggestions for the bullies themselves. Australian-wide estimates of $6 to $36 billion a year in bullying-related damages makes this DVD compelling viewing for everyone.
Today, every caller likes to feel that they are dealing with a highly skilled and professional organisation. It's important to remember that you are the organisation.
I'm afraid Mr. Thompson is in a meeting at the moment and can't be disturbed.
Look, is Jeff available at the moment, or should I call back later?
Let's look at the profile of a telephone caller. Whether they're male or female, short or tall, they all have one thing in common. By listening carefully, you can pick up various clues and buying signals from the person on the other end. There are many little things that you can do when you answer the phone that will help set your organisation apart from others. If one of your co-workers is out to lunch and so on, we suggest you try something like this. People form their judgments of us 87% through our voice and 13% through our words. Some companies like to put you through the ultimate stress test. No matter what you're selling, information is power, and there is only one way to get the information. Happy with your pay packet? That's probably a silly question. It is easy to become robotic and forget that in fact you are talking to real people. You should treat each encounter with the receptionist or PA as an opportunity to convert them into an ally, rather than that person who must be defeated. Complaining callers, no matter how hostile or agitated they become, can only rant and rave on average for 30 seconds or so. And in some cases, the biggest time waster at work is the telephone. Being transferred can be an extremely stressful event,